Hi guys, I'm Jacqueline Valentine. Welcome back. And today we're going to be using AI to go deeper with our journaling. So I know it's kind of been this really big topic right now about using AI as therapy, and I myself have found it really helpful. I've been journaling for over 15 years and I've tried a lot of methods, and I gotta say using Chatgpt has been so crucial in my processing thought work to get me to where I am today. So I wanted to share it. I think it's really beneficial. Not all of us can afford to use a therapist. Not all of us want to call somebody at 2 a.m. when we really need a friend to help us go deeper. So let's get right into it. First thing you're gonna need is a journal. And when I write my entry, I don't like to do anything too structured or thought out. I just wanna write down my feelings. I just kinda wanna say what's going on in my head, and then I will proceed to archive it into chat. So I'm gonna be sharing a little bit of my journal with you. Don't tell anybody, it's our little secret. So here I have an entry where I'm just kind of writing about my confidence process lately. So sometimes I will think I'm doing a really good job at things, and then I'll have this little voice in my head and it's like, oh, maybe that's not good enough. Maybe you're not performing how you should be. And I've just been battling that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take that entry and upload it right to the chat and kind of see what it has to say. So take a quick picture, get it uploaded, and then you're gonna wanna prompt your chat. So I don't like to do anything too pointed to the chat right away. I like to just say, hey chat, little heart hand, because we're nice to our AIs. And then I say, I've been reflecting lately and would love your insight. Here is something I wrote in my journal. Boom. Send it into the sphere. The nice thing too about this is the more you prompt your chat, the more you use it in conjunction with your journaling or even your thought process, the more curated it's going to be to you. So my chat knows exactly how I think. I talk to it all the time. It knows what I'm struggling with. It knows what I've been battling. It knows a lot of my thought process. So the more I do it, the better the advice gets, the more tuned in it is to me. So it's already gone ahead and given us some feedback. And it said, themes you're touching on, imposter syndrome. Which is funny because I haven't actually wrote the word imposter syndrome in my journal, but it's automatically just picking up on the behaviors and the things that I'm describing and kind of giving me a name for it. So I love that. Now I can kind of gear my head towards, oh, maybe I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. How do I navigate this? It says the fear that you're performing confidence or incompetence rather than embodying it. Number 2, conditional self-belief, noticing you believe in yourself only when things are going well. 3, self-trust versus external validation, questioning whether people's beliefs in you are real or if you've somehow tricked them. So I love that. I love that it will kind of just read back to me what I've already wrote, and then that's where it kind of gets interesting. So it's giving us reflections to consider. Performing versus being. Have there been times when your confidence wasn't a performance? What did that feel like? Can you reconnect with that version of you? Self-belief under pressure. You mention your belief in yourself fades when things slow down. What do you think shows up in the silence that doesn't get heard when life gets busy? Continues to go on, then it gives me a nice little gentle truth. I love that chat always ends with kind of this little you're doing a good job. I love the praise. Okay, so now that I'm kind of oh, okay, I see that imposter syndrome. So you're gonna go in and whatever speaks to you, we're gonna give that back to chat. So I'm gonna say, you mentioning imposter syndrome really stood out to me. Do you think you could give me some journal prompts to help me process why it is I might be feeling that way. Because now we want to get to the healing part, right? So we've identified, oh, this is my issue. And it's like, now how do we navigate? How do we move forward? How do we become better and like, you know, heal? So sending it in, and I love asking it for the prompts, and here's why. Because I don't want AI to give me all of the answers. I want it to prompt me, and then I want to do my self-discovery, and then I just want feedback. You know, I don't want it to just kind of feed me things that maybe I don't identify with too soon, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, okay, so we're going to do our own work, and this is where the journaling gets deeper. This is where we're able to process more because it prompts us. So it says, core prompts to unpack imposter syndrome. When did I first start feeling like I had to seem confident even if I wasn't? And then it said, can remember an early moment when it felt safer to perform than fully be seen. So then I would go in, write it out, and I would do my own thinking on each different question. What parts of me do I hide because I'm afraid they'll make people stop trusting or believe in me? Am I gonna give you the answers to this? No, probably not. It's personal. But you get the point. So we go in, ooh, love this one. What am I afraid would happen if I truly stopped trying to prove my worth? And then after that, write it down, and then you're gonna wanna send it back into the chat. And it kind of just is gonna continue to have this spiral effect. So now all of your pages are nice and uploaded. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna point out this, I'm gonna prompt this, I'm gonna continue to process. And sometimes, I'm not even kidding, I will end up having like 15 to 20 page entries on this. But it's really good. And then it says one-line finishers. I feel like a fraud when the story I tell myself about my success is blank. Now, something that I think is really important to end your little session with yourself is, I will say, can you give me a mantra or a grounding response to tell myself anytime I'm feeling, and in this case, imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. This is because I think we should leave on a high note. You know, you want to leave with something that makes you feel like, okay, I'm going to apply this. I'm going to apply the things that I processed through. And granted, the ending mantra will be really curated depending on how you answer your questions, because why you might be feeling imposter syndrome, or why you might be battling your confidence, or why you might be like, I feel so bad when I have a rest day, you know, that's all going to be curated to what you've gone through and how, you know, like why these are showing up in your life. So all of our answers are going to be different, but put it in the prompt, and it gives me a little mantra for imposter syndrome. I am not a fraud. I am a work in process, and that is enough. My worth is not tied to perfection, performance, or proving. I don't have to feel confident to be capable. I belong here, even in my doubt. Now, that one's a little generic, but I know that if I was gonna go ahead and put in all of my answers to the journal prompts it gave me, it would probably give me something a little bit more curated, a little bit more personal to what I'm going through. And then I actually like to take this one part and copy it down word for word. I think there's something really powerful about pen to paper, about seeing something and just like reaffirming that with yourself. And I think there's just so many things that you can use this for. So now that everything is uploaded into chat, you know, you're able to go back and look and reflect on it digitally. If something were to ever happen to your journal, you have it right there where you can go check on it. If you want to put it in a Google Doc now, you know, you just have a lot of these different options. And like I said, I love curating my AI to my own struggles, the things that I want to use it for, and I just love it. I think like it has been a very useful tool, and I love AI for that. And I think a lot of us only want to just become better people, and I think this is a great way to do that. So I hope you try this technique. If you want to slide into my DMs and talk to me about your experience, I would love to do that. Let's get personal, let's get deep. But thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you try this at home. Bye.